But yes. Oh no, I gotta sit up straight. But hello there, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. My camera's over there. We are gonna be doing a interview with FoiledNoMore today. I need to make sure my chat is updated because on my hand it's not. Also, I saw the raid. I don't know if you heard me. I said thank you so much for that, J-Hammer. Much appreciated. I just started streaming. You did that. Right now, we're both just getting our stream set up. But yeah. Hopefully you guys are having a good one. Hopefully. I'm just waiting to see if my thing is gonna update, and my chat doesn't look like it wants to. Give me a second. Okay, good. It updated. Thank goodness. Okay. Now we're good. Oh my gosh, J-Hammer. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. But yeah. Hello there, everyone. Hello. I got fingers now, so that's nice. Scuffed hands, though, so. Breaking Gen Part 2. Not tonight. Yeah, hopefully y'all are having a good one. Again, you can tell I'm slouching in my chair. Gosh dang it, I'm gonna have to sit up straight for the interview. No! Good posture, my mortal enemy. I'm gonna also scoot forward a bit. Also, I just realized, hold on.
Almost ready.
Alrighty. Yes. But yeah, hopefully you all are having a good one. Hopefully. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna be I'm bringing back my interviews, because I used to love doing these. Oh my gosh, J-Hammer. Thank you for the 1500 bits. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Try not to break me while I'm doing the interview at least, okay? Try not to do that. I don't want to go and tell Foiled, hey, I gotta end the interview because of all this crazy stuff happening to me. I don't want to have to do that. I want to be able to relax with this interview. I do plan to stream after the interview. You can save it till after that if you really want to break me then. Yeah, I'm just talking to chat while I do it, so just let me know when you're ready. Move that out of the way so I can see that. Actually, I put this over here so I can actually look at chat when I'm doing that. Just got it out of the way, don't worry. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna turn off decline. We're gonna be bringing back my interviews because I'm very excited to do these. I used to have a lot of fun doing these. But yeah. It is nice, though. I have an index now, so I can actually use my hands. Yes, it's nice. I can actually point at you. I can actually boop people if I want to. How's the fingers? I like them. Just my avatar has scuffed hands, so not much I can do about that. I don't know if Foil's ready yet. I'm still waiting.
Almost ready.
Okay, that answers my question.
Touches.
Just let me know when we're all ready to go. But I really like the index. Better visuals, better control of the hands, actual better movement. I much prefer this over the Vive. Holy crap. I will say I do think I need to actually put these back closer to my face. Okay, yeah, no, that got rid of the blur effect I had. Okay. That's a lot better. I'm still adjusting it, but we're good. Also, I'm trying to make sure that chat is updating correctly. Okay, we're good. Just give me the all clear when we're ready. Bow. But yeah, no. I'm excited to bring these back. Gosh dang it, my avatar don't... Okay, I actually have to sit up straight in order to do this. Alright, we're doing that today, I guess. How does that look, by the way, when I turn this way? Let me just look. Okay, now that looks actually really good. Okay, that makes me happy.
They keep moving my play space and they keep throwing me off.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Bow.
Alright. World sounds on, voices unmuted, cameras in place. Just gotta move this over here so I can see my chat.
I'm gonna.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Fuzzna. It's Jack. Good to see you too. 1 second, and oh, sorry, I messed something up again.
But
Okay, hold on. I got this. Completely professional here. Completely professional.
yep,
No mistakes.
yep. Scuffed
No
thumbs
mistakes.
time. Indeed, the scuffed thumbs.
Okay, we'll go ahead and stop the pre-stream music. I'm gonna keep that song going for later because that song is a banger. Anyways. Yeah. Here I am on me log.
You're on your log.
Talking with Genesis. Now that's hog.
Yep. All right. We ready to go?
I'm about as ready as I can be, brother.
Alrighty. Hello there, everyone, and welcome to me bringing back my VRChat interviews. I'm going to be bringing them back, starting with my friend Foiled here. He's a good guy. Met him recently. He's a nice guy. Been getting along real well with him. Thank you for the bits, Che Hammer. Oh my gosh.
I swear, when I met you, man, it was like I met a new brother.
Honestly, felt the same. I immediately hit it off with you. We're not going to talk about how the events leading up to meeting, but it was a very nice night.
Some things don't need to be said on Twitch.
Exactly. But I will say, the night I met you made me really happy. That's what I will say.
Yeah, let's just say things happened, and the vast majority of people don't really need.
No.
This is on
and we're here to have a good time.
They're not really in the need.
We're here to have a good time.
Exactly.
And one of the first questions.
Let's have fun.
Yep, one of the first questions I typically ask people, because it's one of my favorites to ask, is, how did you discover VRChat?
Oh, my leg. How did I discover VRChat? Ooh. Well, I got multiple answers for that one. Number one. Everybody knows why VRChat got famous in the first place. And I'm sorry for bringing this up. I'm really sorry for having to say this, but do you know the way?
Do you know the way? No,
That's
same.
how I first discovered the Nuka. That's
Yep.
how I first discovered VRChat, via the Nukel.
Yep, the Nukul. Exactly.
The Nukel. The
Exactly.
stupid Nukel.
I personally still love the Uganda Knuckles meme. I know a lot of people hate it from VRChat, but I personally still love it because it is what gave birth to VRChat.
Yeah. It really was this game's boom. And it's one of the real, if not the only real true meme to come out of VRC. Every other meme, has been a product of something else but brought into VRC. The one I can think of off the top of my head is the popping cat.
Yeah. The one I can think of any of Lolathon's avatars being memes brought into VRChat.
And that is what really pushed me to get VRChat in the first place. I saw Lolathon's videos. I thought, oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Is this normal? Is this what normally happens in VRChat?
Yeah.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's go.
Yeah, kind of like what happened to me. First, Uganda Knuckles, and then watched some Edition, but never really got into VR. I got into VRChat actually because I think I was watching Edition or some other people, and I got on in 2018. Didn't really do much. I don't know if that was when I was watching Edition, but I still watched VRChat off and on. But then I watched some VR Funny in March and decided to hop on and met all you guys.
Yeah.
And because
position my chat over here.
When
there we go.
When I first did VRChat, I originally got on hold on, I'm trying to remember where I was going with this. I originally got on VRChat and in March, and well, not March. When I first got on, sorry, now I remember where I was going with that. When I first got on in 2018, the first week I got on and stopped playing, I decided to put on a persona. I was so socially awkward. I had no desire to be myself, so I got on, found a Dalek avatar, found a voice changer, and just went around as a Dalek from Doctor Who. And it was an interesting adventure, but it wasn't fun to me, really, after a while. It was like, this isn't fun. I'm not getting to know people. I'm not having fun. Dropped it. March 2020, started just being myself, and I immediately had a better time. Became one of my favorite games of all time. Immediately.
And that's one thing I learned really quick in VRChat. Not just as a content creator, but on VRChat in general. It's best not to have a mask, per se. An avatar, oh hell yeah. An avatar, I mean, look at me. I don't look like this in real life.
I
wish I did.
I mean, there are plenty of people who put on a mask and a persona just to entertain, and that works.
I did it again.
Nope. As an you can entertain people, and you can put on a mask. There's nothing wrong with that. But I will say, to really get and fall in love with this game and this community, you need to be able to take off that mask sometimes and just be yourself.
Exactly. The best way I can put it, VRChat is like, it's not a game to me. This is a whole new life. This is a whole new world.
Yeah.
Outside, this is almost, we can make it a utopia. It's, our place to escape from all the bullshit happening in the real world.
And that's why I don't like bringing drama in here. Keep the drama out of here. Have fun. If the drama happens here, get those people out of your life. You don't need them. Just cut the drama. Have fun.
Get out of here.
And yeah. Now my second question for you. I've asked you this in private, and I kind of remember the story, but I feel like this is a good place to ask this one on stream for both our streams. For also any viewers in your chat who don't know your story, where did you come up with your name, FoiledNoMore?
That's one I haven't been asked in a while. Whoopsie. There goes the left leg. Hello. You gonna work with me now or what? Full body tracking. I love it, but it doesn't love me sometimes. Now, FoiledNoMore, the name, came from my old days of Xbox. Righty! Settle. Came from my old days, back on the Xbox 360, Xbox Live days.
Yeah.
I was a big Forza Motorsport guy. I loved Forza Horizon, I loved Forza Motorsport, and to this day I still do.
Yeah.
But when I first got Xbox Live, I needed to come up with something unique. Now, the thing is, I'm not the best with coming up with names.
Oh, neither am I, because
I'm not the most creative.
Yeah, neither am I, because my first name was Claude Swordboy on Xbox.
Oh, jeez. But
continue.
There are actually two stories with how I came up with my name. Two official stories, and these are both true. The first one, excuse the pun, genesis of my name was...
You did it on purpose,
It was the very, very first hour of me having Xbox Live, and I just dropped something. Give me a sec. It was the very first hour of me having Xbox Live, creating my profile, creating my avatar and whatnot. I needed something unique. Well, my mother happened to be, cooking dinner that night. Steak and mashed potato, or steak and baked potatoes, not mashed. And how my mom does it is, she wraps the potatoes in aluminum foil. And bakes in the microwave. I took the potato out and I was like, "Is FoiledNoMore? Wait a minute. I could use that. I could use that." And it kind of just stuck.
Yeah.
Now that's the real truth of how it came to be, but here's the story of why I keep it. It's a bit of a reminder. It's a bit of a motivation, as you will.
Yeah.
See, I have, and I'm going to quote my doctor on this one. I'm going to quote the doctors I had growing up. I'm going to quote the doctors that I have today. I have severe ADHD.
Yeah.
They had me on the highest legal dosage of ADHD control medicine that they could put me on back in school. And later in life I did some research and I found that it's not too much different from methamphetamine. Except this is safer.
Yeah.
It's, more healthy, if you will. Because it's, medical lab, not, someone's basement.
Yeah.
It's made using real chemistry, not, illegal means. But anyways. And that got me through high school. It did. But the thing is, due to my severe ADHD, I have a problem with following through on things. I have a bit of, like, I'll start something, get discouraged, stop doing it.
I can relate to that
Pick up
so
something
very
else,
much.
Start doing that, drop it.
As someone
Pick
with
up something
ADHD,
else, start doing it, drop it, repeat, repeat, repeat.
yeah, and as someone with ADHD, I can really relate to that as well. I do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Start something, never finish it.
And there are many, many things right now. I have so many reminders just in my room right now. I got one right over there and one back behind me here of things that I kind of dropped along the way because I got frustrated and I just, with the exception of one, didn't really come back to it. But and I could have.
Hey,
if I had
Term, how you
stuck to
doing?
these things, I could. I don't want to sound like I'm overconfident, like I'm boasting or anything. But if I stuck to these things, there's a really, really good chance that I could have gone far. The number one thing that still bugs me that I didn't stay on it as much is bass guitar. I have 2 bass guitars right now. The one over there is it is right there, actually. In IRL, it's between where you and I are. It is a 5-string BC Rich Warlock bass guitar.
Yeah.
And back here, behind me now, I have a nearly 60 going on 70-year-old, between 60 and 70-year-old 4-string Dorado solid body.
Yeah.
Which I had appraised. And that guitar, right now, the value, even with the amount of damage it's got on it, it's still playable. I had it appraised professionally by Gretsch, the mother company, 10 grand for just the bass. With the case, even with damage, if the case was pristine, the case would be another 2 grand.
Wow.
But since it's got some damage, half price. So I've got an $11,000 guitar right there.
Yeah.
And it still plays like a dream. Oh, man. Like, and I still, every now and again, I'll pick it up, I'll play some, and play till my hand get tired, and then I'll, go do something else.
No, I can relate
Now,
to that. The whole thing about not dropping something like music making and stuff, like with you and your guitars. I have an $800 music program that I don't actually use to make music. Like, I make music with it, but I never do anything with that music.
Yeah. Which actually, I may turn to you later this year when I start making some more money, and I might commission you for some stuff.
That'd be cool, yeah. But yeah,
Spoiler alert!
back on the topic of the second story about how you got your name.
With the bass guitar, I could have gone far because I was in a few bands.
Yeah.
And I also, I can sing. I don't, I have, 7.
What are you still?
9, 10, 11.
What are you still jealous of, Waba?
6 years of choir experience, and after school, after high school, I graduated. After graduation, I went into some bands, and I was actually a metal vocalist.
Yeah.
I was the dirty vocals. I was the scream. I was the deep, guttural, primal scream while playing bass. I could have gone somewhere with that, but I got frustrated and kind of let my guitars collect dust. The thing is, I have this ability. I can learn a song by listening to it. I learn by ear. I don't look at sheet music. I rarely look at tabs. I listen to the song, and I can pick up the bass line just by listening to it. I can have the song learned and almost completely mastered after a maximum of 5 run-throughs. And some of those songs include songs by Iron Maiden. Any of you guys who know metal know that Iron Maiden's bass lines are nothing to laugh about. They are some of the most intense pieces for the bass you can ever learn. And they hurt. Like when I'm playing, my hand hurts so bad. And it's mainly my forearm because I have to strum so fast.
And was it something to do with your guitars that led into the second reason why you're named what you are?
Yeah. These are constant reminders that I gave up, thus foiling the efforts I had in the future of maybe going somewhere with these. Then, when I decided, when I came up with the idea of maybe possibly potentially becoming a content creator, I needed, you know, a reminder to myself, hey, don't give this up. Stay on it.
Mm-hmm.
You were foiled before. You know, you foiled yourself before. Don't let that happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Stick to it. You know, you stick to it, something will come of it.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say the name does
look at me
have a lot
now.
of meaning to just reading it. Of foiled no more, as in I will not be. I will not be. I will not quit. I will not. I will not have someone
I will
make me
not
fail,
defeat myself.
or have
I will
someone
not
defeat me.
myself.
I feel like it also
Exactly.
could mean like I won't
If
let
it's in
someone
my
else
control,
defeat me.
I won't. Yeah. If it's in my control, I won't let that happen.
Yeah.
I won't let myself be defeated if I have control over the situation. But then again, I can't control everything. As much as we'd want to, we can't control everything.
Oh,
We
yeah.
gotta roll with the punches.
And that's a sad thing. Like, but and like your name is very
But that's
relatable
life.
because it's like with life, yeah, exactly. And the thing is, one thing that I hate is the people out there who try to tell you you can't do it. You won't succeed. Other people can, but you're not one of those.
Yes, the haters. Now see,
Well, it's not even the haters. There's just people who actually care about you will say that. Like, my own family tells me, hey, you're not going to be a successful author. You're not going to be a successful streamer. And it's just like, they're just trying to throw reason at me. And I'm like, I get that. But it's a dream that I don't want to give up on.
And what happened to you 2 days ago?
Pretty nutty.
Mike?
Yeah. Well, not Flesh. Well, it was,
Mike was there.
Yeah.
J-Hammer.
Mm-hmm. Fish.
For those of you in chat who don't know, 2 days ago this man was broken by his chat.
Yes, I was.
Absolutely went to... Moore was the first one to... He fired the first shot. He gave him a donation, and then came in the bits and the gifted subs, and it turned into a max level hype train, and it just kept going from there. Even when the hype train stopped, everybody kept going. This man earned like, what, 700?
$600.
$700? $600 in the span of an hour on Twitch. If that's not a sign of your potential, the amount of support you get, the amount of love and support you get, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I have to thank my friends' community.
That's one of the reasons I have so much respect for you, Genesis. Exactly. That's one of the reasons I got so much respect for you. Because when I look at you, I do see a spark. I see potential that you've begun to tap into, and you need to keep tapping into it. Because if you keep doing that, you are going to go far. I've been at this for long. You've been at this, you know, not as long as I have, really. I mean, your Twitch channel may be older than mine in terms of when you started.
Yeah.
But when you came back, I was already going.
Yeah.
You came back March of last year.
Yep.
I started July 2019, the end of July 2019.
Yeah.
And your growth has absolutely exploded.
It has.
I cannot be more proud of you.
I know that you probably have a bit of jealousy too, and I wouldn't blame you for that.
I'm not gonna lie. I am jealous. I'll be the first to admit I am jealous of you. Because I see things in me, or I see things in you that I really wish that I had in me.
Yeah.
But you have to work with what you're dealt. You know, you can't ask the dealer for a redeal. You gotta roll with what you're given.
Exactly. You gotta deal with whatever you're given in life.
I'm doing the best I can.
Exactly. And I get a feeling you will succeed just as much as I will.
But my big thing is, I'm a bit afraid. Okay, I'm trying to work on this. This year.
Thank you for the follow, XDace15, much appreciated.
My big thing is,
it's XDAce. Thank you for the follow.
Reach out to people who have more clout, who have more internet fame than me. Even I don't care about their fame. First off, I used to. I'm not gonna lie. I used to be a clout chaser when I first started. Then I took a step back and I realized how stupid it was.
It is, and here's honestly the bigger thing. There's honestly
I dropped that view.
Yeah.
So, and then I just decided, okay, you know what? Stop caring about others. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't be the next Lolathon, Fizzy, all these other big names.
Just be yourself.
Inspirations. Don't be the next one of your heroes. Be the first you.
Exactly. And
my thing is, I'm so scared now to reach out to people who pull bigger audiences, who pull bigger numbers, especially the ones that I really, really, really want to hang out with off stream. I'm really scared to reach out to them because I don't want it to look like I'm clout chasing, because I know that in 2021 on the internet, it's not so much what you really are doing, it's what it looks like you're doing.
Well, let me give you some examples and get your opinion on something, because I have a view about that. When I came back to streaming, I was the kind of person who I wanted to befriend all the content creators in VRChat. I love the idea of doing that. And the thing is, and I got pretty far, befriended a lot of them. I really did. The big thing is, though, something I realized upon doing that was the way I befriended a lot of them, at least in the beginning, was kind of the clout chaser way of, oh, you're a big streamer, I want to be your friend. When in reality, what I should have done is a lot different. And I'm glad that a couple of those people I've eased into just being friendship, like just having friendship with them. Because the big thing is, it doesn't matter if you want to be friends with them. It matters if you can. Does your personality match up with theirs? Like, for instance, I don't think I'd be friends with McCrackle unless we had some sort of chemistry. And I think me and him kind of do. We can play off each other a bit. And I'm really good at playing off Chronic, Quizzy, Waba. And I'm good at playing off certain people.
Chronic is a riot. Chronic is a riot by himself.
He is.
Anybody can feed off that dude. He is so good.
He is really great.
And I'll give a shout real quick to the person who actually helped me to realize
Hey Pema, how you doing?
what I was doing was wrong, and they put it in a better way than I ever could. By the way, hi Mike. Good to see you. Anyways, I want to give some love and some credit real quick to Fizzy, the Fur Trap, because Fizzy was really the one who made me realize that yes, I was clout chasing, and I was, forming at the time fake friendships. I was treating these content creators like rare Pokemon, having them on my list or in my deck, so to say. But that's extremely you got to remember, at the end of the day, a content creator is a person just like you. They're not a rare Pokemon. They're not a collectible. They're a person. And you have to realize that.
Exactly.
Fizzy called me out. Their birthday of 2019. Fizzy called me out on stream. In the middle of the birthday party, mind you. That was a wake-up call, to say the least. And, that's one of the reasons why I have so much respect for Fizzy, because Fizzy tells it how it is. When the persona is dropped, it's just straight facts on the table.
Yeah.
That's one thing I learned really quick. And the big thing is,
I'm loving my index
so scared
pen.
to reach out to Fizzy because of how I was in the past. And I know the common saying is, oh, people don't change. I have changed. I realized what I was doing was wrong.
Well, the whole thing about the comment that people don't change. Here's the thing: the comment "people don't change," it's both true and false. It really comes down to people don't change unless they want to change and they put the effort into change.
Oopsies, I did it again.
For instance,
where's my seat?
But yeah,
Roy,
like,
where were we?
But yeah, like, I think the quote really should be, people don't change unless they want to change and they take steps to change. Because the whole thing is, if people want to change, they can. A person can go from being who they are right now to somebody completely different the very next day. They just got to put in a whole lot of effort. You got, like, a person who procrastinates every day can turn into the world's best planner and the world's most on-time person.
If you want to learn how to get over procrastination, if you want to learn how to get over procrastination, I'll tell you later.
Alrighty. I got another question for you, though. You know what? Before I ask that one, I'm gonna go into I'm gonna actually go with this one. Actually, what content creator is your biggest inspiration, and do you look up to the most? Doesn't even have to be VRChat. Anything. What content creator do you look up to? For either their personality, the effort they put in, anything. Your reason for looking up to them, and them being the person you look up to the most.
That's a good one, because I have a whole lot.
Well, try and let me...
This year I've got a lot of aspirations.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of plans for myself. I want to start uploading to my YouTube channel. So, and for years and years and years, I was like a YouTube denizen. I was constantly, and I still am, constantly on YouTube, watching these people. I would say, and I know this name has some controversy behind it now. For those of you who don't really know, I won't get into it now. Just do the research on your own. One of my big inspirations was Mini-Lad, Craig Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, there's some
not so
things about him, and his career is basically over because of it, but the way he did things was genuine.
Yeah.
And I had the opportunity to see him live December 7th of 2019. And
I went to his live show too.
It was a great show. Such a great show. It just sucks that everything came out to light. But moving past that, the caliber of content he did when he was still at the top of his game, that was amazing. And I wanted to do that. In fact, it's because of him that I had teamed up with the Thirst Project in 2019 and 2020.
Yeah.
Parts of 2020. And I ended up raising over $1,100 for the Thirst Project.
Yeah.
From Twitch.
Which is awesome.
Big shout out to Rexicune, because he's the one who gave the 1K. The fucking mad lad. And, just do it. My big thing.
I guess really the way we can look at that now.
Content creators I'm looking up for.
I will say, but before that, one of the things we can do.
For editing, I'm looking at Soviet Womble and like Northern, how their editing style. And lately, here's one that you guys might not know, but some of you may know personally through Discord: Simply Sample Text.
Mm-hmm.
Sample's editing style is so good.
Yeah.
And I am so happy that Sample's willing to teach me how to use DaVinci Resolve to edit the way he does.
Yeah.
Because that's the editing style I love.
I didn't know Sample also used DaVinci Resolve, but that's cool to know.
It just makes things so much funnier, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then we get to the hard workers of content creation. Your daily people. Early on for me, it was Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. They were consistent daily dudes. They'd upload to YouTube daily.
Mm-hmm.
And then, in more recent times, there are people on here that I've gotten to know. I look up a lot to Cyberchimp because, I look up to Cyber, to Ollie, Alcoholi, to Lolathon, because they put every ounce of their being, they put all of their energy into what they do on VRChat, on Twitch, on social media, as a content creator. They pour so much of their heart and soul into what they do, you can't not respect it.
Oh yeah.
They know what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
They do know what they're doing. They're smart guys. They're smart people. Hey, thanks for the host, sweetie.
But
they really know what they're doing.
Yeah. Can I add something on real quick though? So earlier you were talking about, like, I want to say with content creators that have come out and we've learned that they weren't. I want to say some of them, I think how you can describe it is you're proud of the person they portrayed themselves as. You're not proud of the person they turned out to be. Because
exactly, I'm proud of what I'm proud that I knew them for what they were doing. That was publicly known. Then things came out of their private life that left a very sour, very bitter taste in my mouth.
I think that it's really sad for content creators to abuse their power and their influence on their fans.
Absolutely.
Well, and I think, honestly,
it goes back to what I said earlier. We're all people.
And one of the things I think that honestly is easy for a content creator to do, but I've seen happen, that's a really bad thing to do, is essentially beg for money. If you're essentially asking a community, give me money, I want it. And there's different levels. There's levels of just
I could go on a
trying to
tangent.
trick people into doing it, and then there's levels of literally demanding it. And I've seen that happen so much. It's not okay to do. You should only
It's
get the money
sickening.
if they
I could
want to
name
give
names.
it to you.
I could name names, but that would start drama. That feed fire, and that would fuel hate. That's not what I'm about.
No.
Shake a hand, not a fist. Make love, not war.
Exactly.
Well, not don't take it the dirty way, okay? I know you perverts what you're thinking when I say make love, not war. Get your minds out of the gutter.
Well,
The
funny.
better analogy is shake a hand instead of a fist.
Yeah. Very true.
There's already too much toxicity and hate in the world as it is.
Yeah, no,
We
there
need
is.
to change that up. Turn over a new leaf, people. Come on.
Now,
Open your hearts.
I'm gonna go.
Whatever happened to treating others the way you want to be treated?
Yeah, and we're gonna get back to that because that's actually a very interesting topic I want to get on to later in the interview. But
It really is.
before I do get into that conversation, I want to ask this: where did you get the inspiration for your avatar and your OC?
Okay. That one. That's a good one. My favorite bird of all time is the blue and gold macaw. In terms of looks and in terms of personality. Birds do have very specific personalities. And no two birds are the same. Just like people. Birds are way smarter than we give them credit for. And I look at myself and I see a lot of specifically parrot-like characteristics. I'm very social. I'm very, I have an appreciation for music and rhythm. You play the right songs around a bird, they'll just start vibing, they'll start bobbing their heads, they'll start dancing, they just vibe. They're enjoying the beat. They're having a good time.
Yeah.
And I also mimic. And that can be a good and a bad thing, but the good thing about it is, like a vocal style in a song, I can try to do my best to mimic the vocalist, whether it be male or female, and jokes. I can, hear a joke, take inspiration from that joke, and maybe, as it turned out for one specific instance that I've told a few times on the Twitch channel, that I'm not going to get into right now because we'll be here all night if I do, and I have a party to get to later. But this is more important. Turn the joke into, give it a little twist, give credit to who gave me the idea for it, but put it into real life. Which is how I ended up giving a police officer donuts in a traffic stop. For those of you who want to hear that story sometime later, stick around. Maybe if you meet me in VRC or on Discord one day, if we get into a call or get into a VRChat conversation, I can tell you that story. But I'm going to warn you, it's a long one that has a few chapters.
Yeah.
And another thing. Birds are very, very social creatures.
Yeah.
They're, there's a reason birds go in flocks. Especially parrots. You see a flock of parrots. It's... Whoa, I just unplugged some... What the... Buoy? Anyways. Birds travel in flocks. They have their own little family groups. And they socialize with their friends in their flock. And their families and all that good stuff. They socialize. Like me. I love interaction. Like this right now, I'm loving this. The fact that I can just have a sit-down one-on-one interview and have people watching, it's great. This is why I love streaming. Because it's not so much, yeah, it's fun playing a game on your own, but if you have people to enjoy it with you right here in chat, for me, it's, you get to interact with them, you get to laugh at what they say, they get to laugh at what you say,
Yep.
I get the chance to put smiles on
That's
faces.
exactly what I
That's all
do,
want.
and then what I agree with, yeah. That's what I enjoy too.
So that is mainly the number one inspiration behind this OC. I am to the point where I could identify as a parrot and get away with it almost. I just look too human.
Oh my gosh.
But there's also another reason. I used to have a bird, And there's a little memento on my avatar that pays homage to my little boy.
Yeah?
Take a look at my robe. Alright? Take a look at what I'm wearing. You see this right here?
Yeah?
This is an emerald orb.
Mm-hmm.
That was the name of my little boy.
Emerald?
He was a green Pacific... Yes. He was a green Pacific parrotlet, the smallest species of parrot. They say they're not very talkative. I can tell you right now that is a load of horse shit. The trick with him was getting him to shut up.
Yeah.
But he was such a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
I adopted him back in 2014, and sadly he passed away at the age of 5. I think it was, actually no, it was younger than that. It was 2016 that he passed away.
Yeah.
And we don't know why he passed away, but I have a sneaking suspicion it was because birds are very susceptible to mold. And before the house I used to live in was demolished, the closet, my closet in my room, was full of black mold.
Oh.
That's probably what got him.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
And I still kick myself because I feel like I could have done a better job for him. I did the best I could, or at least I thought. But looking back, there's so much more I could have done for him. He was such a sweet little boy. And it was almost like having a child. It was almost like having a baby of my own. Because I raised him, I adopted him when he was 4 months old. He had just finished molting, and he had all of his adult feathers in. And I'm getting all misty-eyed and nostalgic here. I remember his first fucking word. It wasn't even to me. He said it to my mother. He would make these, beeping sounds. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Yep.
And then it started going, beep, 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 beep. And my mom, one day came in and said, peekaboo. And he goes, peekaboo. I went from dead asleep to bolt upright in exactly a quarter of a second.
Oh, that's great.
And a talker was born. He had an amazing vocabulary, and he knew. This fucker knew he was cute, and that he could get away with some things because he was cute. Example. He made a great alarm clock, even though it annoyed the living shit out of me. As soon as the sun came up, like a rooster, he would start screaming. This little tiny bird that stood no taller than 4 inches would scream like a car alarm almost, or like a door alarm. I just wake up, like, stop it, stop, Emerald!
I don't know if they were I don't know if they were the same birds you had, but we used to have green little birds that were that small too. I think they were a form of parrot, so we might have actually the same kind. We started out with 2 parents, like a mom and a father bird. They ended up having 2 eggs that hatched into 2 more birds. And then eventually the parents either passed away or something happened to them. And this is a bit of a sad story, so be prepared. It's very sad.
Oh, my story, Emerald's story gets sad too, but we're keeping good vibes, but you go on ahead.
But when one of the birds, the younger brother, ended up flying into the glass window, the glass sliding door, and it gave him a little bit of brain damage, and I think he was no longer able to fly. And so, and
birds actually do have a hard time seeing glass.
Yeah, and sad thing that happened, it was much worse. The way he died was he got in a fight with his brother. And the thing is, his brother took advantage of the fact that the younger brother's, again, very messed up, his brain was showing. and took out his younger brother.
Whoa.
That's how hard he flew into the
Shit.
glass window. It was a really sad death for our bird.
Mm-hmm.
And we got rid of the
like I said,
older
he
brother
passed
then too
some
after.
mold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. But we also, my very first bird before Emerald, we actually had one kind of handed to us from a cousin, and he was a very bitter cockatiel. He was traumatized, and we don't know from what. We know he wasn't abused. We think it's because he never had one steady life partner. He was handed down through 3 or 4 people, and I was the last. Before, we handed him off to a place that actually raises birds to be therapy animals, which I had no idea was a thing. But they raise birds to be therapy animals, and the ones who cannot be broken into humans, the ones who cannot be, human socialized, ended up being bred together, and they find a bird partner, they find a mate, and they stick for life to that mate, and they're much happier. And the offspring is hand raised by humans, and they are super cuddly, they're super affectionate, and they're very caring for their human partners.
Yeah.
And that...
Oh, I know that for sure.
I couldn't think of anything better for that little guy.
Even wild birds do that. If you take care of a wild bird, I've seen it so much about stories about somebody who took care of a bird.
Yeah.
Like, about somebody who took care of, like, a raven or
And
something.
they'll come right back.
Yeah, and, like, he tried letting his raven go, and his raven came right back to him and didn't want to leave his side.
Yeah, he flies away, comes back. Nah, you fed me. I like you. Mind if I chill here for a bit?
I will say, I don't think I could live with
I like
birds because they're so loud. I've heard, especially as a streamer, if you have a bird in your room or anywhere near you, it's going to annoy you and your audience.
Well, yes and no. Like one of my buddies on VRChat and on Twitch, on Discord, is Heen. And another one is Jorgen Bonk. Or Jorgen Bonk, however you want to pronounce it. They both have birds. And their birds are able to be heard on stream. Heen's bird gets a little moody when he's not being paid attention to, from what I see.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, quit playing the game and love me! Meanwhile, Jorgen's bird is super affectionate. Jorgen has a face cam. And
Yeah.
you see little Romeo just, walking all over his shoulders, just chilling, making these happy little noises. You can tell he loves his papa.
Yeah.
And he's a happy little dude.
That's
and that
awesome.
is the sweetest thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
But as to the answer of why a macaw, why a bird, it's because to get to the answer to that question, it's because mainly I feel like almost as if I have the soul of a bird. Like maybe if past lives exist, who knows? Maybe I was a bird in my past life. Who's to say?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, and specifically, blue and gold macaw, I've seen many videos. I've actually met a few very sweet parrots that their personality kind of lines up with me. And it's like, you know what? Maybe. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
And plus, let's face it, they're beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Macaws are gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. They definitely are. They're definitely beautiful birds.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to what we were talking about earlier, before I brought up the avatar, we were talking about the whole thing about treat others the way you want to be treated. Now,
Yes.
with that statement, what do you think? How do you think people should act around others, I guess, and what do you think about the people who treat others in a way that hurts others, whether that be intentional or in some cases accidentally doing something and not realizing they're hurting someone else?
That a part of them inside is broken. And maybe they've realized it, maybe they haven't, but I think somewhere deep down there is a good caring soul, but circumstances in their personal life have. Damn it, did it again. Circumstances in their personal life have. Come on, you. Circumstances in their personal life have made it very hard for them to open up and be respectful because they've, you know, who knows? Who's to say? You don't know their life story. Maybe all they've had to deal with is nothing but disrespect and a lack of love in their personal life.
Yeah.
My approach is I'll give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, I will give you a chance to be real, to show your true colors. And if your true colors are that you're a person who all you do is tear people down, whether it be, you know, intentional, or if it's intentional and you know you're doing it just because that's what you want to do, then I don't want any part of you. But if you're accidentally doing it, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. I want to give you a chance to at least try. Maybe learn from example. You know, I've had people, you know, people in high school, they said, you know, when high school was over and done with, they met me afterwards. They're like, I treated you like shit in high school. Why are you still even willing to even want to try and talk to me? You know, why? I said, the number one reason I say is because I do know that people can change, and sometimes you just need a little time and for more experience in life. But if it is intentional, that you're doing it just to be malicious, just because it makes you feel good, then you need some help.
And now I got a really good
help
question.
That I am not going to be able to, help that I'm not going to be able to give to you because I've already tried and you've shown that you're not going to listen.
Okay, now I got
So
two
what's the
questions
point in
thanks to
beating a dead
that.
horse?
Thanks to you adding that, now I got two questions. I'll lead into the second one I came up with before I go back to that first. But with that whole thing about, you know, what you were just saying about people, you know, trying to get back into it, my brain, the whole thing about
I feel that.
the way people act and stuff, and then how they can change. How do you handle a person, or should you? Do you have to handle a person who won't take your advice, who you're trying to give them advice, and even if they're trying to, even if you want to help them, you truly want to help them because they're a nice person, but there's something wrong with them, and even if they know it's wrong, and they admit they know it, but they're refusing to listen to your advice or do anything to fix what's wrong, and they just keep complaining about it, what do you do with that person? When you kind of know you can't help them anymore. Because they won't accept it.
There's that old saying, if you love something, let it go. Sometimes it's best to know, or like that Kenny Rogers song, you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Know when to walk away and know when to run. You gotta listen for the warning signs. You gotta look and listen for the warning sign. Help them as much as you can, but if it becomes painfully obvious that they're just gonna completely ignore you, then your work is done. You did all that you could, and who knows? Maybe you're just not the one who can fix them. Maybe they need something else. Maybe they need someone else.
Yeah.
You've done your part. At least you can feel good knowing that you tried.
Yeah.
You tried to help this person, and it's on
now, should
them.
you feel
The
guilty?
ball at that point is in their court.
Should you feel guilty if that person, if you know,
absolutely not.
If they don't get
you
better,
feel
or if they
you give up on them.
disappear.
If they don't get better or they disappear, the blood is not on the metaphorical blood is not on your hands. At the end of the day, they're the ones who made the choice.
Yeah.
Not just on disappearing and walking away. They're the ones who made the choice to act that way.
Yeah.
Take pride. Don't feel guilty. Don't be sad.
Take pride in you tried to help.
That you tried and it didn't work. Take pride in the fact that you did try. It's on them whether they listen or not.
Yeah.
It's not you. It's them.
Exactly. Now, this question. Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask because we were talking about chances and stuff earlier. This is gonna be a very deep conversation. I feel like. Do you believe that people deserve second chances? And before I continue, you answer. Is there even more specifics to that? Like, is there times when people don't deserve a second chance or don't deserve more than a second chance? Like, don't deserve more chances? Are there people who do deserve more chances? Because it's all kind of subjective.
That one is a really tough question. That one, it really is subjective. I personally have been burned so many times in real life and on the internet by, because the fact that I did give this person a second chance, that I thought that they had changed. Because I do know, like we said earlier, that people can change if they really want to.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you have to find out whether the change is real or it's just a mask because I don't even know the main reason, why they would put on a fake mask in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just because they liked the attention that they got from you, the negative reactions that they got from you. But I am the type of person to give someone at least a second chance. I've given people multiple chances in the past. And I can tell you right now, almost all of those people no longer have a part in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't deserve it. They've shown who they are. They've shown their character to me, and it is ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be a part of it. However, there are those rare chances, those rare people that actually do change. And I've had someone who did something I'm not going to say because it's deeply, 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 deeply personal. But let's just say it affected me really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gave that person a second chance, and they burned me even worse. But I was still, at my core, I am nice to a fault.
Yeah.
My biggest character flaw is sometimes I'm too nice. I'm too trusting. But one thing I'll never forget.
Mm-hmm.
This person did something unspeakable to me. But they apologized. One day, years after it had happened, a chance encounter, I pulled into the local gas station here. And I was just filling my car up, and someone comes up, behind me, and I hear the voice. And it was her voice. I turn around, and I'm like, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to feel. So I just, hi. And I said, look, I can already tell that you probably don't want to see me, but there's something I need to tell you. Oh god, am I gonna be a dad? What they ended up saying instead is something that will stick with me for as long as I live. They actually looked me dead in the eyes, and with tears in their eyes, they said, I am so sorry for what I did. I'm so sorry I did what I did.
Mm-hmm.
It was very wrong. I shouldn't have done it. And I hope, I beg, I pray that you will at least consider forgiveness, even if I don't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, that was the first time I cried at a gas station.
Now, that actually leads into the following question, and it'll allow you to finish that statement, I bet, because it'll help continue that. When somebody wants forgiveness, is it wrong to say no?
It's all circumstantial. It depends. Has the person truly changed? Have they really learned?
And there's no way to know that
Only time will tell.
sometimes.
I didn't forgive them immediately. It took a few more times. I was willing to extend the olive branch again and at least give them a shot. And I found out why this person specifically wanted to apologize. Because because the tables turned on them. And someone did to her what she did to me. And she realized that's how I felt. That's that fear, that's what I felt. And it is a horrible, horrible, horrible feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to the point where both of us were in the bar crying. Yeah, we were just, we were holding each other crying because we knew the pain, because we had both felt it.
Mm-hmm.
It was at that point that I knew this person truly did realize what they did, and that what they did was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they did it, they were young and dumb, and they didn't care about consequences. The consequences caught up, karma did its thing, and they realized, holy shit, why the fuck did I do that? I can't believe I did that to another person. It was at that point that I knew this person truly deserved to be forgiven. And to be fair, they aren't a part of my life anymore.
Yeah.
Because they up and moved. They left the state of Indiana entirely. Last I heard, they were in some western state, like Central America, like central middle of the U.S. state, and I can't remember for the life of me where. And even if I did, I wouldn't say it on stream.
Yeah.
But that was one of the rare cases where someone really had realized that they fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest, most admirable part to me was the fact that they had realized. And the first instinct on their part was the next time they saw me to tell me straight up, I am so sorry for what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't make the pain of what happened any less.
Mm-hmm.
But it does give me solace knowing that they have changed and they've learned. And that's all I really want.
Yeah.
So for people to learn from their mistakes.
Now, would you do anything with this person if, like, would you let them back into your life even after they've gone through and they've had this change? Or is that even more circumstantial, like, you need to have...
I did. It is, for this specific case, I did. But in other circumstances, I've tried and their colors hadn't changed. So I just dropped them.
Yeah. It sucks you can't find out if someone's changed until essentially they hurt you again for a second time.
In the modern world, we are conditioned for instant gratification. Where the reward is right there.
Yeah.
Immediate. Tangible. It's within your grasp. We are now, in this day and age, we're conditioned to have that. But the real test, the real deciding factor in the end is time.
Yeah.
We are very impatient. And we want the good, and we want it now. But we can't get it now. We have to wait and see. It's very hard to do, but I'm not going to get into the situation that happened last year.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
it was the exact case. I started saying it, and people were saying, you're just this, you're just that, that's not true at all. I was like, okay, you don't believe me? Give it time. You'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, 5-6 months later, people are apologizing to me. Hey, I'm sorry for what I said. I'm sorry that for what I thought. I didn't know. I didn't know the truth. And my first response was, hey, that's the thing. You didn't know. You had no idea.
Now
you had a preconceived bias.
To pick back up the conversation, to go back towards good vibes.
Yeah.
Let's ask this. Do you think that honestly one of the best ways to solve depression is just to have fun with friends?
It's a great remedy, but it's not a permanent solution.
Yeah.
It is, by all means, it is a great means of treatment, but it's not the ultimate solution. As someone who suffers from bipolar and major depression, I can guarantee you that being with friends, chatting with friends, having fun with your friends is very healthy for you, but it's not everything. You got to take more than that step.
Then what do you say is like that next step that you need to take if you're like going through something rough? Therapy?
Talk to a professional.
Yep.
That's what I did. It was one of the hardest decisions I had to make, to put myself back into therapy, but I was having those dark thoughts creeping back in, and I knew that there are other people out there who know better ways to treat this than I do. Because I was, let's just say I had some unhealthy coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
And professional help me to realize, hey, you better cut that shit off. You better knock that shit off, dude. Cut it out.
Well,
and I'm back in, I'm getting the treatment that I need, and I feel so much better about it.
Yeah. One of the things that I think
the
is
best piece of advice I can give is if you are mentally in a dark place, don't be afraid to reach out for help. If you're down in a hole, there are tons of people outside of the hole who are willing to throw in the rope and pull you out to help you out. And there are people who that is literally their job. They've done this hundreds, if not thousands of times on a daily basis. It's literally their job to throw that rope in and pull you out of the depressed hole.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to reach out for help.
Now, I will say, even before you take professional help, honestly, the best thing I think personally, it's circumstantial. It's all based on situational effects, but I do think opening up is one of the best ways to heal. Whether that's opening up to
Absolutely.
a professional or a friend, if that's what you need to do. And I will say, opening up to friends does help out a lot. Opening up to, I will say this now, don't open up to a stranger, because if the first thing you're going to do is tell somebody, hey, this is what's wrong with me, their first impression is you're a broken person, not you're this nice person who I want to help. You want someone to get to know you for what your best foot forward, not your broken foot. You want to do, you don't want to push that upon someone.
You got to earn the mutual trust.
And for me, talking to people...
And I will say, my friends, I did open up to my friends first. And they're the ones who helped me realize, hey, you probably should look into professional help. And Dawn, Icy, Duran, thank you for that. It's helped more than you guys know. Thank you.
Yeah, no. And I do think professional help is honestly the best thing to get, but I will say, if you're the kind of person who you're telling yourself, I have to do this all on my own, I can't open up to anybody, or I can only talk to a therapist, that's the only person I am allowed to, it's not healthy. You need to be able to open up and show your friends. You need to be able to show your friends, hey, I trust you enough, I can open up to you. The thing is, you don't want to put too much pressure upon them. You don't want to put the whole weight of the world on their shoulders, like you are in charge of my life. Especially if you go towards a dark path, because you don't want to do that. You want your friends to enjoy life just as much as you. So if you need to get something off your chest, do it. But don't put the weight of the world on their shoulders. It's like there's like a limit to how much a friend can take, and your friend honestly has to tell you that limit on their own, because they won't know.
Oh yeah.
If your friend can say, I can help, you need to ask them, how much help can you get? Like, how much help do you want to give me? How much can I tell you? How much can you take from me? How much of a burden can I share without breaking your back? Because and a big thing that honestly, I say one of the best healing mechanisms though for if you go through a rough time, help somebody else get out of a rough time. Help them get better. Because then now you have to be proud of. I'm like, I helped you. I helped you. I'm proud of that. I helped somebody.
That is exactly my view to a T. But the thing is, for me, what makes me the happiest is knowing that I've helped somebody out. I had a friend who passed away rather young, but the one thing they taught me in death was what they did in life.
See you so, love. Have a good one.
Had to put a smile on somebody's face, to brighten somebody's day, they jumped on it. And it's because of that. It's because of Catherine that I am the way I am. She was a big drive for me to go into content creation. Not for money, not for fame, for the simple fact and the simple task of putting smiles on faces, brightening somebody's day.
Exactly.
Even when I'm not streaming, I'm the kind of guy who hands out random compliments. I'll be going. You and
me are the same in that regard.
I'll be, good morning. Hey, how you doing today? I'll give them something to, because you don't know what someone's going through. You never know.
Oh, I'm the same way. I get that.
You don't know unless you know.
Exactly. It's like if you're like going around and you're being positive to people, like that's the reason I like streaming as well. Is like I like putting a smile on people's faces, and if I have to struggle to get that smile, if there's somebody in my chat going through a rough time, depending on the person, I like, especially if you're someone I've seen in my chat long enough that you've been there to support me, I will pull you literally into a Discord call and be like, we're going to talk. I'm going to put a smile on your face.
Me, talk. Now,
but I have you have to show me you're worth it. Like, you have to show me that you're not in it just for the clout. You have to show me you genuinely, like, if you've been there to support me, though, and you've been one of my more supportive, like, there's a difference between being supportive and bribing, you know? I don't want to be bribed into being your friend. I want you to...
True friends are earned, not bought.
Exactly. Earn my trust, earn my friendship. I'm one who likes to do stuff in my community.
Nothing comes easy.
Well, our community. I don't even... It is technically my community. It's not just my community. It's our community. Yes, I was the one who helped kickstart it and helped gather a lot of the people. But it's the people in the community that make it our community.
And that's exactly how I view my community as well. Yes, I am just one guy, and these people do tune in, and they genuinely have a great time when they're here. And there are so many people in my community that I've gotten to know, and that I've had the privilege of getting to help them. Getting to, brighten their day. But what really gets me, what really makes my heart all ooey gooey, warm and fuzzy, is seeing these beautiful friendships develop between people in my community. And then, seeing them hanging out together and realizing, hey, they met through me. Holy shit, I did something.
Yeah.
It's the little things like that that make me feel so good. And that's why I keep doing this. Because of the community, because of the people, because of you guys. Me making you guys happy is what really gets me happy. Seeing these beautiful friendships develop is... There's no worldly substance that holds more value than friendship to me. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing to watch happen. And it's even more beautiful to sit and think, hey, these guys are friends, and they probably would have been friends, but they met each other because of what I do.
Yep.
And it's crazy. Like I still have a hard time grasping that concept, but it's a crazy reality. Life is weird, man.
Yeah.
It really is, but it's weird in the best of ways.
And the thing is, in life will try to beat you down. It'll try to throw a bunch of dark stuff at you. It'll try to do anything in its power. And there are people in this world who will do the same. It's not just life itself. It's not just some third force that doesn't exist. People will actively try to tear you down. The big thing is, you don't give up. You don't let them win. You don't let life win. You look at life with a glass half full mindset.
Never give in. Never surrender.
Yep.
Keep pushing on.
And keep looking.
Don't let your efforts be foiled. Be foiled no more.
And big thing is, the more you look, if you go looking, the more you look for, even if you do it by accident, the more you look for the negative, you'll find it. Because the more you look for it, the more you'll find it. Even if you're doing it unconsciously, you will find it. Sadly, that's the truth.
If you're looking for something to worry about, you'll find it. If you're looking to be offended by something, you'll find it.
You're looking for something to be mad about, you'll find it. You'll find
it easy.
You gotta ignore that stuff. Because you gotta ignore it, because it'll just keep eating you. It will. You gotta look instead.
Bingo.
It's harder to find it, but you gotta look for the positive. You gotta look for the good. It can be hard as hell to find it, but you look for it. You trudge through the trenches to find your own happiness.
Exactly.
Earn your happy ending.
Exactly. It's not given. Nothing in life is given for free. You gotta work for it. You are the one.
Red Jacket, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.
I did it again. You're the one behind the wheel when it comes to your destiny.
That's what I'm trying.
You're the one who has the
I try
ultimate say
myself
in
when
the
you
end
need somebody. Yep. So
this is your ship.
That's solely yours.
No one else is controlling you. There's only one of you. You only have one life.
Yeah.
Make the most. And make
exactly.
sure that you're living a good one. By your own standards. And that's another thing. There are too many people right now who live by somebody else's standards. They compare themselves to other people.
Yep.
Like I said before, don't be the next them. Be the first you.
Yep.
And it's easier said than done. I know. Believe me, I know. It's easier said than done. You gotta make an active effort for it. You gotta work. You gotta scratch and claw. Exactly, yeah. You have to give. You have to work for it. So you can eventually one day have an active genesis of a new you. Moving forward.
And that's exactly why I came up with my name. When when I first learned when I was first trying to become a content creator, and I learned it was around the time I learned what the word Genesis meant, which just means a beginning, an origin, something new being created. And I was like, well, active Genesis, actively creating something new.
Bingo.
That's what I went for with that name. We're actively at the starting point.
And I guess that also kind of contributes into the bird thing for me. Because like a phoenix, I rose from the ashes of what I used to be, and I've become something way better.
Exactly. Very much so.
Any more questions?
I think that might be a good place to leave off, honestly.
Actually, wait. What was that one question 2 days ago?
That was the one. I asked
that you
about the
almost
avatar.
asked.
The avatar one. I was asking about how you got your avatar and your OC.
Oh, it was somebody else that asked me. It was, I can't remember whose chat it was, but someone had asked me, are you a furry or an avian?
Oh, that was Waba.
That was, yeah.
And that was a question I was going to ask. I just forgot about it, yeah. About what you classify yourself as and how you discovered you were in that classification.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Give me...
Uh-oh. He's
I got this. I got this.
He's breaking.
Am I dead? Am I
10
dead?
bits. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that a lot.
Oh no. Anyways, where were we? Yes. Okay. Personally, I guess technically I'm an avian, but then again, avians are a subset of the furry fandom. You know, they're of the furry group. Avians are a subset.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, yes, I'm an avian, but I'm a furry.
Yeah.
And also, I want to get this out of the way first because, you know, us furries, we get a lot of hate online.
Mm-hmm.
And in real life. Now, I have a common theory about this. That actually, I heard this from literally the most unlikely of places. War Thunder.
Yeah? What'd you hear?
Someone, I can't remember their name. Can't remember the username. But they said, hating furries is like hating pineapple on pizza. It's funny to do because you do it, you hate them because the internet tells you to.
Yeah.
For me, the preconceived notion of, you know, furries, you know, wanting to, you know, with animals. Sadly, there are those types that exist.
Yeah.
But those are the ones that 99.9% of actual furries don't talk about.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that, you know, we disown them. It's like, hey,
For me,
that's not me.
yeah, for me,
It ain't me.
I don't classify myself as a furry, but for a couple reasons. I don't classify myself as, but I also know I could never, like, there's one facet of furries that makes me extremely uncomfortable. When I was growing up,
The suit, isn't it?
yep, the fursuits, because growing up, every time I couldn't watch Barney, I couldn't watch anything that had to do stuff like that. Sesame Street, I hated it. And even the Muppets made me uncomfortable in a way. I just don't like the aspect of inhumanness without there being a human.
Yes. And I get that. But the thing is, not every furry has a fursuit. Not every furry needs a fursuit to express them. There are those who desire one so they can, you know, have the physical embodiment of their character. Me personally, I could never do a fursuit because I don't do good in heat.
Yeah.
Now I know there are some suits out there that actually have fans to, you know, channel cold air and you know, vent out the hot air.
Yeah.
Which is cool as shit, but it's also expensive hell.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally could never do that. And I actually don't feel the need to. Because I've got this. Because, you know, I have this avatar, which, for me, being a furry isn't about having carnal desires about animals. It's a way of artistic expression.
Yeah, and I will say, honestly,
like this,
avatars like this, or like the Nanachis, or kind of the ones that look more cartoonish and look like, you know, almost humanoid, but also not. How do I... It's like it has an artistic expression that I can handle, but the step above that where it looks like... It's not even... doesn't look like fursuit, but where it looks kind of like if a human put on a fursuit and then actually became that animal, if I can explain it that way. Like, if it looks like... like, I guess a great example, there's a content creator who has an avatar that falls in that category that makes me uncomfortable. PhD McStuffins, if you've ever heard of him.
Oh, yes.
Those kind of dog-wolf avatar things that look... Those make me uncomfortable mentally. It's not... I don't judge the person for using it, but it just makes me feel uncomfortable when it looks like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I get that. And to a degree, that's not my favorite avatar either. Of course, then again, I am based.
Yeah.
I'm very biased. I started out as a Nanachi, now look at me, I'm a full-fledged bird.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being biased either. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Exactly.
And the thing is, some
Everyone is
people...
entitled to their own
Some
opinion.
people like to put like they either will tell you your opinion is wrong, or they'll tell you that
I did it again.
or they'll oh my gosh, foil broke. Or they'll say like my opinion is right, and they'll try to push it upon you. Be like, my opinion is the only opinion, and you're going to listen to my opinion. And those people are wrong. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. Now, there are some opinions that are completely wrong all across the board. They're no way right. Like, for instance, serial killers. It's not okay. Well, even that, no, it's not. I don't think it's okay to mass murder people. I don't think I think a lot of people disagree that that's okay, or like agree that is not okay to do. But like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us here can agree that is all kinds of wrong.
Mm-hmm. But then
let's be real.
But there are so many opinions that like set off a war or like a bomb. Like if you ask the opinion honestly of, is it okay to kill somebody? Is there any situation?
I'm going to actually.
Some people.
I'm going to stop it right there because that could put me onto a tangent that will put us here all night, and it'll get. There'll be some hot takes from me that I'd rather. Hot personal takes from me that I'd rather.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not going to.
No, we're not gonna talk about
I'm just saying it's an interesting conversation. It's interesting.
It is a very interesting conversation.
But I also don't think it's meant for Twitch either. I don't think it's meant for Twitch.
Exactly.
But it's just like I'm just saying that is an interesting
now,
one.
Stream we could go all night about it.
I don't even honestly.
There are just some things you don't touch.
Oh yeah. Honestly, though, the thing is, there are some conversations that are best left unspoken. Like there's just some things.
Oh, absolutely.
There's just so much. There's honestly so many different things, so many different ways in this world to talk about things and what's sad is you don't realize something that you said was not the right to say until after you've said it most of the time. That's what sucks.
It's like, and that's another part for me personally with my ADHD. It's more of, like, for me, I'm a constant say it first, think, oh crap, I shouldn't have said that.
Thank you, Fleshy, appreciate that.
Which is why I went mute for a good period of time.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to say, excuse me, right leg, are you... Oh. I did it again!
You got broken again. Turned into a spaghetti.
Give it a second. Give it a second.
Bird spaghetti right here, everybody.
Bird spaghetti.
Yo, can I get that bird in a meatball with some pasta?
I'm broken. Hang on, I'm going to actually move my seat over a bit so I don't do that again. I also need to tighten this tracker up.
Honestly, though, there are so many different things.
What keeps happening is I keep accidentally kicking the USB cable that plugs from my Vive's splitter box into my PC.
Yeah.
And that's causing an interruption.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, there's a lot.
Actually, I got a couple questions for you.
Alrighty.
Let me turn the tables a bit. The interviewer now becomes the interviewee.
Well, typically, honestly, I call these interviews, but it's mostly like a one-on-one podcast, if anything. It's just, I talk to you.
Absolutely.
And we get each other's opinions on stuff.
Now, these people have gotten to know me. There are several people in my community who don't know you.
Mm-hmm. Well,
which, if you don't know this guy, where have you been?
Well, to be fair, I've not been in your streams too much, so...
Yeah.
So I won't be surprised if the community doesn't know me.
How much you exploded, especially last year, I'd be surprised.
So
who would you say is your biggest inspiration?
Oh.
Biggest inspiration for content creation? Who do you, say, if you had the chance to thank one or two or as many people as you want to list, to thank them for, hey, thanks for giving me the ideas. It's because of your stuff that I do what I do today. Who are those people to you?
Honestly, when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to the quality, I have to give that to Soviet Womble because just how he prefers quality over quantity, and he puts so much time and effort in his videos, and that goes for a lot of people like McCrackle as well. His videos come out so well edited. And, if it comes to quality, comes to hilarity, just being a hilarious person, I give that to, like, Chronic, Quizzy, people like that who are just funny outright. Now, when it comes to relatability, as being a streamer who can just, or a content creator who's just there to relate to their audience, be there to be a chill guy, I gotta give the award to RT Game, the streamer RT Game, and the YouTuber. He is so, his content, it's so good because it's like, it's so good, yet it's also so relaxing to watch. Because he's a relaxing streamer who has a good laugh every now and then. And that fits me to a T. I'm someone who, I'm very down to earth and relaxing most of the time. I'm there to be relatable. And same with him. He's a relatable person. But there are times where we're funny. And it's just like, and I have to give, like, the funny moments, I have to say, I mostly gotta thank my friends for how many I get. Because I'm not funny unless I'm either playing off something that happens in a game or something that somebody says to me or something that somebody does or something that, like, it's just, it's very situational. I'm not the kind of person who can just be like, here's some content, slap it on the table. That's not me. I wish that could be me,
I'm the same
but it's not.
Way. I'm the same exact way. I love to feed off of energy.
Exactly.
Like, and, you know, Chronic, we talked about him a lot, but Chronic is definitely one of those people who has that gift. He's just, I don't know what it is, but he is just naturally funny. Another great person, another great example is King Cobra 87. Ever heard of him?
Afraid not.
Oh, you gotta check him out. He is hilarious. Oh my gosh, I attended a drunken comedy show in the Black Cat of his one night. In VRChat.
Yeah.
And holy crap. That was something.
Yeah. Very true.
Now, let's see. So, your avatar. Got a story behind it?
Based off, I basically...
Or is it still a work in progress? Does the story continue?
Oh, well, it's still... I'm getting a new version. A friend of mine is working on making a new version of the avatar. But the big thing that it came down to was... Back when I was trying to come up with an avatar that I wanted, I was going to try creating a persona or getting a cool avatar or something, and I just said, you know what? I just want to be me. I just want to be myself. So I'm going to try to get an avatar, throw together an avatar, get someone to help me throw together an avatar that looks like me. Because I just want people to look at me on VRC and look at me IRL and see the same person. I want them to look at me and see the same person. To know I'm not different on stream or off stream. I'm not different IRL compared to online. I just try to be me.
There's no filter.
There's no filter. It's just Jen.
Bingo. And same with me. Yeah, I look like a bird. Yeah, I don't look like this in real life. God, I wish I did. But the thing is, I'm not too different. In fact, I'm exactly like this in real life. If you meet me in person, this is what you get.
It is Sim's hair, yes.
I look very different from how I do online. I prefer this because I like looking at this more than I like myself. Looking at myself, I should say.
I'm honestly the same way. I don't like looking at myself, but I will say my last Just Chatting stream really gave me a big boost to liking my own appearance. Because people were all saying, hey, you're good looking, hey, I like the hat, hey, I like this, and lately I've been getting a lot more compliments. Both online and IRL I've been getting a lot more compliments. Like, just today somebody complimented on my leather jacket. The other day at work somebody was like, gosh dang it, finger, somebody like complimented my hat because I wore it for the first time to work. And they're like, I like that hat. And I'm like, thanks. I'm not really confident in my own appearance, but it helps when other people tell me...
The number one critic, your number one critic is always going to be yourself.
Oh yeah, you always are going to be your number one most critic.
You're going to be your own biggest friend and biggest enemy. Happened to me. It's probably happened to you. It's probably even happened to you.
Oh yeah.
But the important thing is, like we said earlier, gotta work with the hand you're dealt.
Mm-hmm. Gotta work with what you have, and you can't be sorry for things you don't have.
Bingo.
I actually have a good question for you. Thinking back, one that probably you could ask the same of me. What are your aspirations, not just for your content, but also for your community? What do you want your content to become? What do you want your community to become? And how do they coexist?
Damn. That is a good one. Wow. I might have to think on that one for a bit.
I can at least tell you mine to probably get your brain flowing.
Go ahead.
For me, as a streamer, the reason I started, yes, like you said, was I enjoyed getting people's responses. So my fingers are. I'm just gonna let go of my controllers for a bit because it's trying to close fingers that I'm not actually closing. We'll let go.
Gotta work those new controllers, man.
Yep. For me, starting out streaming, I liked there are a couple things. Number one, hey, I can play video games and make money, yay! This is one of them.
Yeah.
Second, I like the idea of people watching me play, you know? The idea of, like, it started developing into, I can't really play games and enjoy myself unless somebody's there to watch anymore, because it's like, I enjoy getting people's reactions to when I play. I enjoy seeing people enjoy it with me. But more than that is, when it comes to my community, and my streams and everything, my content, I want people to come there and be able to both laugh and relax, to enjoy the chaos and enjoy the peace, to enjoy the yin and the yang, you know? Come to my streams, be like, there's this calmness. This is the time we can chill out, have a conversation with them. And then have the times where Waba's fucking trying, you know, like chasing after me with like a rod or a stick, and I'm like, I don't want you to shove that up my butt. You stay away. Like, there's the chaos part of my streams. It's like, you get the calm part where you can talk to me. You get the chaotic part where I'm too focused on the chaos. I want them to coexist.
Yeah, you gotta get.
And I want people to be able to come.
What's going on? You gotta commit to the bit.
Oh yeah, and I want people to be able to come to my chat and expect that if I'm not gonna be able to read your chat message, then I'll read it at some point, even if it's in another stream. I want people to know I want you to be there, and I love talking to you. There are just times where I can't, or mostly just times I can't talk to you, or I just don't notice you at that time. But I love the communication with my community. I love being like, hey, what do you guys think of this? How did your day go? I want to keep the chat rolling throughout the whole stream, even if they're not talking to me. And that's the important thing. I want to see my chat interact with each other. And I want it to be a community. To people be like, hey, you want to do this tonight? Yeah, let's do this. Probably not ask that in my chat. Ask that in my Discord. But be like, hey, if you're like if you're in my chat, have conversation like, hey, how'd your day go? This person, and like have a conversation, make jokes about the stream, and be like, hey, did you see how he got scared by Freddy and Fazbear's? And be like, oh yeah, no, I loved how he screamed like a little girl. I want to see that. I want to see the chat. I want to see the community do stuff, and I want to involve my community. I want my community to think, hey, I can be a part of this. And I want some people to think, hey, you're not unreachable. I can be your friend. I can't be friends with everybody. I can't give everyone a chance, because as a streamer, imagine if you end up getting that bigger number of, hey, I have some people out there like I have 1 million followers on YouTube or Twitch. It's like, you can't expect him to be friends with all of them. You can't expect, and you can't just come in the stream and act, like, that's one of the things that, to me, it both annoys me and also makes me sad to see someone do this in my chat where they're like, can I play with you? Especially if it's the first time I've seen them. Because if I say yes, I have to say yes to everyone that asks that question. Because it's only fair.
And I'm the same way. A lot of people when I'm playing War Thunder, a lot of people ask me, hey, you want to play? The thing is with me, I have to know you. Like, I'll straight up, you know, if someone brand new comes into chat and says, hey, you want to squad up? Here's the thing.
Hey, Amor, how you doing?
I don't know you. I don't feel comfortable. The thing is, I only play with the people I really know, because the people I really know are the ones that I know that I can trust.
Yeah.
They're the ones that I know want to play with me for the sake of playing with me and having fun, not playing with me because I stream.
Yeah. That's why I honestly, I
sometimes-
think I'm going to start doing more community stuff. I'm already doing community movie nights. It's something I'm trying to do, which I was going to do tonight, but I might end up forgetting to do that or not have time to do that. We'll see. But I want to involve the community more, and I already do Jackbox, but some things I want to do more Discord stuff, be able to hop in my Discord calls and chat with people that I never chat with, or chat or go into VRChat public worlds, have somebody else host it, because if you're in VR, it's a lot harder to get the frame rate. Because the thing is, what sucks is if you drop under 30 frames, you can no longer pull up the menu and click on somebody. So you can't mute or
Actually,
kick
20.
them. At 20, but still, and I fall below that so often, then it sucks. So I'm gonna probably need somebody who's in desktop to host the public world, because I want to start going to Publix again. I want to meet new faces. I want to meet not just new faces, but meet my community. And the big thing is, I will say this right now. For me, I don't get along with every personality, and I especially don't get along with people who are much younger than me, because typically their personalities don't match with mine. Now, there's some exceptions. I know a couple people who are 15, and who are a lot younger than me, but I can get along with them, mostly because they're calm and relaxed, and they try to stay that way. Now, the people who are hyper, or they're too clingy, they try to befriend everybody. It's too, so, and we kind of have a term for them, sadly, squeakers.
Unfortunately.
No, people really don't like squeakers, and I'm one of them. If you have a squeaky little kid voice and you have the personality of an immature kid, and I'm sorry to say that, you and me most likely are not going to get along, and it's better for you to just stay a fan and not reach out to me. Watch me, enjoy my content until you mature, because you're going to have a bad interaction with me, because I'm going to probably get...
But it's not the voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so much the voice as it is the person behind the voice.
Yes, the personality. That's what it comes down to.
I don't care what a person looks like. I don't care what they sound like. It's how they carry themselves. It's, the way they behave. The maturity level. That.
And I hate to say it.
Is the deciding factor for me.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, but also when it comes down to friend groups, I'm sad to say this, there are some friends, I think this is for everyone, who you prefer to hang out more than others. Or ones you prefer to see. And there's some you actually probably prefer to see less. You still like them. You still get along, but you'd rather put more distance between each other.
You still love them, but you can only take so much at a time.
And I can think of a couple people in my own community off the top of my head. I won't say it. No, never say names. And and that's what sucks is I'd love to tell them so they know, but I'm scared if by telling them they'll feel hurt, and I don't want to hurt them.
It's so hard.
I want them to know why I don't do as much with them, but I don't want them to feel hurt. It's like I want to find a way to tell them, that way they know, because it's not fair to them that they don't know this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I've given enough time to think on that question, by the way, about what your aspirations are and your part for...
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
My big goal...
Thank you for the 40 bits, Mike. I appreciate that.
I want to...
end it like zombie dolls? Yeah.
I want to be me. I want what I have right now. I love this. I love my community. I would absolutely love to do more with members of the community. And like I said, I also want to branch out to YouTube, so you don't have to just tune in at a certain time, when you get the notification, hey, I'm live. You can, catch the highlight reel. You can catch the best moments. You can, skip through the filler, and you can get right to the best. You can skip through the filler because I've edited that out for you, and you can get right to the good parts. And you can watch them again and again and again, because the replays on Twitch, they're only saved for me for 14 days. And hardly anyone, goes into the VOD, because all the joy is watching it live and interacting with the streamer.
And that's what sucks. For me, I like
with a YouTube
with
video,
clipping,
with a YouTube video, it's totally different.
Yeah.
A YouTube video, you can go in, you can watch, and you can laugh over and over. And if you miss something the first time, you can just rewind a little bit and watch it again.
And not only if you
like,
miss
oh my
something,
God,
but
that's
sometimes
so
you
good.
rewatch it and you see something you didn't see before that you didn't realize, and then you laugh at that you've missed it. But like speaking like the whole thing about going back and clipping, it's like right now, I wish more people would clip my content, or like I even had one designated clipper, even just one.
I am the exact same way. I wish I had more clips. And the thing is, I don't like going back and looking at my stuff because I am, again, my own biggest critic. I'm the kind of guy who I like to live in the moment and, you know, not so much look at the past. But as a content creator, I kind of have to.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to start doing that more this year. But if you're in chat and you see a moment that you think is absolutely hilarious, or, you know, something that you want to see again, don't be afraid to clip it. I look at all the clips. Every clip that's made, I look at.
Same here. And
Because,
but for me, I'm not willing to let funny moments.
And if I found it funny too.
Yeah. And I'm not willing to let moments pass that I think are funny. So even though I hate doing it, sometimes I enjoy it. There are exceptions. Like sometimes if I know a clip is good enough, I'll clip it and I will die of laughter for the whole night. I will not stop laughing because it's a good clip. For instance, like my favorite fucking clip on my channel that does not have enough views is the clip where Chuck E. Cheese is watching watching Glorical go to the bathroom. He's crawling under the stall, and then I'm standing on the other side of the wall, and then you hear him go, "I need to use the restroom as well," and then Glorical goes, "There's a stall right over there, Chucko," and then like 5 seconds later, Glorical runs out of the bathroom. Chuck walks, and then I chase after Glorical for a sec, and then I walk back, turn around. Chuck comes out of the bathroom and he goes, "You need to wash your hands." And the day I clipped that, the day I went through and clipped that stream, it was such a hard, it took me like 4 hours to clip just the hour and a half I had to clip because I was laughing my ass off. And that night, I went into my friend Soki's stream and I sent him some clips to react to on stream. He started reacting to them. He started dying. I called him on Discord. We both started dying, and it was so early in the morning, but I almost got to the point he almost woke up his dad because I was laughing so hard and die. I don't die of laughter that often, but when you get me going, I will laugh for hours and hours. Only 2 clips from my channel have done that. That clip of the Chuck E. Cheese, which... Oh God, I died so hard, just the whole stream, but that's one of the moments where I love clipping. And also, the BioShock stream I went through and got one of my most hilarious clips that killed me, both in the moment and after clipping it. I broke again. Was when Quizzy was making a joke about the guy sucking his own... they were making a joke that he was sucking his own dick, and then he was like... And then basically Quizzy went, "Imagine trying to suck your own schmeat," and then somebody just walks up and bonks you upside the head. And because the guy was already dead, he bonked up beside the head. And I decided, you know what? I see the moment. Hit him with the crowbar in the head. It set the cash register in his lap, flying across the room. And we lost it. I died of laughter again, clipping that. And I was...
Oh my gosh, yes.
There are just some moments, but again, it comes down to, I wish I had people who clip my content. I really, really do. Especially the amount of how much if they clip the way. I'm also picky because it comes down to, do you clip it the same way I clip, where I can use them in videos, because that's also the most important thing. I want every clip on my channel to be usable in a video. And there's certain specifications that it has to fall under for that to work. For instance, you have to start the clip on some silence, like at least half a second of silence to a second of silence, so I can do a transition if I need to. Or end the clip on silence for the same reason. Or if it comes down to, you had one clip, but there was a clip right after that's just as funny, end the first clip on a word or something that I can start the second clip on, so I can sync them up and make them one clip. It's like you have to fall under that category, but I need to find somebody that's that good at clipping.
Mm-hmm. And you know, it also eases our workload.
Yeah. Also,
because you know.
Yeah. Well, actually, finish that. Finish that first.
Actually, I just did.
Okay. Yeah, it eases our workload. Yeah. But I was gonna say, speaking of the Chuck E. Cheese video, that's currently my most watched video on YouTube, and it's rising above 2,500 views.
Hog.
It's one of my most watched, and it's so funny.
You
Oh
know, that's one of
god.
those things you've got to take pride in. It was so good, and there's so many people out there that agree. Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
Yep,
That's
it's
one of
so
those moments you
good.
sit back, you just
Obviously, the
metaphorically hang
YouTube
your head on, like,
algorithm likes it because I'm still getting like
yep,
20 views a day on the thing, and I
that was
love that. I love having a video that's constantly getting viewership, because that means there's constant chances to get new audience members.
it. Mm-hmm. Which
Uh,
is one of the reasons why I want to branch out into YouTube, because number one, I can get to see the funny moments and relive those awesome memories on demand, and number two, so everyone else can as well.
yeah, exactly.
So, aspirations for my channel, I want to do more with the community. I want to come back into VRC. I want to hang out with you especially. Because I just feel a connection to you, man. It's like I said the other day, you're like a brother that I never knew I had. And it's amazing. I want to hang out with you and your friends more because your friends are fucking amazing.
They are. And here's the thing. I've pulled in people who didn't have a community, or they didn't feel like they had a place to belong. Number one person, one of my admins in my Discord, Waba. He didn't really have a place he wanted to settle down, but he found me, and in a way, because I heard how much he struggles with trying to talk to people or do things, I actively tried to pull him in and make him a part of the joke, make him a part of what's going on, because I want him to feel welcome. And I do that for everyone. I want everyone, if you join on me in VRC, you are welcome. Because the thing is, that's something I felt like I guess it's because I'm emphasizing what I wanted to feel like all my life. Because until I got in VRC, I felt like I didn't have a place to belong. I didn't. And so, if anything, I found a place where I belong with all of you. But above all that, I want to be a place where anyone who joins on me can feel welcome. Even if they join on somebody else. Even if it was like they joined on you. Not even you didn't even invite them. But say like, I guess Dawn, I'll throw a random name. Dawn joined on you, and she starts talking to me, not expecting to hit it off with me. I want her to leave me feeling like she left with having gone through a good experience, had a good time. I want it to be like, Genesis is a place you can join on. He's a guy you can join on and just have a good time. Good vibes. I don't want to be pulled into drama because I want to stay in Friends Plus. But I know there are a lot of friends who they have to be on Orange because they have friends that if they join on them, they clash heads. They are not friends with each other. I can think of two names on my list. Two streamers, two of them that I can think of who don't get along that are on my friends list. I just haven't had the issue of either of them joining on me and having a bad time. Mainly because one of them never joins me, ever, and the other rarely joins me. But I'm scared of the day that I'm going to have two people butt heads. I don't know how to avoid that. But I want to be a place where...
The best thing to do in that situation, from personal experience, best thing to do in that situation is just walk away. They got their own beef with each other, let them hash it out. It ain't your deal. It ain't your problem.
Yeah. I'm here to have a good time.
Right there and then, let them. It's, go off, do something else, go hang, do something that makes you happy.
I'm honestly shocked though
do their own thing.
By the amount of people who like hanging out with me, because I didn't expect to have a personality that could get along with so many people. Like so many people are like honestly, I never thought I'd get along with somebody who has such dark humor like Maddie, but he still joins on me or requests off me. And I'm like, it sometimes confuses me, but I'm so grateful because I love hanging out with the guy. He's hilarious.
He really, really is.
And
Maddie's a character.
And I can see why there are some people that probably won't get.
He's got a great voice
too. And there are so
many great voices.
No, I will say I can see why some people don't get along with him, but as long as he doesn't wrong me or wrong somebody else in a way that makes that would be worse than wronging me, I will get along with him. He has not wronged me in any way, and again, it kind of relates to. The thing is, I understand it's hard when you know a friend is a neutral party. It's hard because deep down you want them to be on your side. You just gotta,
nature.
And you gotta figure out how to accept.
Ally, but you can't always have it.
And you gotta figure out how to accept this person is neutral. It's hard as fuck. I know from fucking experience, especially from something that happened to me recently, to have people who are neutral. It's very, very hard. But you gotta
But see
find a
how
way to
I do
accept it.
Here's my strategy, okay? I live by this mantra, this very simple saying, and I say it a lot. Hey, you do you.
Mm-hmm.
Let people, yeah, it's gonna be difficult at first, but once you embrace it, once you embrace the you do you kind of way of thinking, things get a hell of a lot easier.
You do you,
Like, I'm not
I'll
gonna
do
name
me,
names, but yes,
and we
the
won't
neutral
do each
party,
other.
The neutral party friend won't be named, obvious, but I never once found it any harder to be friends with them because
Yeah.
this person has earned my love and respect. And I don't care who they're friends with, who they're not friends with.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because they have their own life.
And I will say,
Who the fuck am I to tell them how to live it?
Yeah, and exactly. You shouldn't do that. And it's one of the worst parts is to tell somebody to pick sides. It's not okay to do. And what it comes down to is hope. The big thing that comes down to is hopefully that friend who is remaining neutral at least understands enough. If two people that don't get along, keep them separated from each other. Don't bring them together. If you can avoid it, keep them apart. Because you don't want to.
Don't rush repairs. Because if you try and rush repairs,
No, I won't even say don't try to rush repairs. Don't even try to force repairs. There's some people who just genuinely don't want to have that reparation, and you should respect that.
And this neutral party, bless their soul, they are doing a perfect job of it.
Oh, I know like 5 people
know
who are
it is,
neutral
but we're
parties.
not gonna say.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who are neutral parties, and I respect them all. But yeah, there's a lot of things that comes down to.
Now here's one last question from me. At least one last from me. If there's one ultimate goal, come on, right hand. If there's one ultimate goal that you've got right now that you would, pour every inch, fiber, every atom of your being into to get with what you're doing right now, the ultimate goal, like what is the ultimate end goal for you when it comes to content creation?
Yeah.
Is it the community? Is it the notoriety? Is it the money? I already bet I know which one it is for you, and it's one that I respect, but who am I to say? I don't have all the answers. That's why I'm asking you. What is your ultimate end goal with streaming? What is your dream?
I can already think of it.
What do you want the most?
I can already think of the perfect answer for that is that my perfect answer would be I want to make this a career, but I don't want to lose anything in myself. I don't want to change for the worse. I want to still be who I am. I don't want to have lost anything. I want to make this in a career and be proud of who I am and have my friends be proud of who I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, that right there is one of the number one reasons why I confidently say that I love this man. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants, and he's doing the best that he fucking can to achieve it. And honestly, if there's one person on the internet right now that deserves all the good things to come their way, it is you. Because I've been lurking a lot. I don't mean to sound like a kind of a creepy stalker or something, but I've been watching a lot of you. I've dug back through your stuff. I've seen the changes. I've seen you become who you are, what you are today, looking back through your content. And even when there was that dark period that we won't talk about, I still was curious, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. And then we finally started talking.
Yeah.
And I got to know the real Genesis. And I cannot get over how much I respect you. How much I want good things to come your way, because you deserve it. You are one of the nicest, one of the most down-to-earth people I personally have ever met. And I am beyond honored to not just call you a friend, but to call you a brother.
Yeah. And I
There's no
appreciate
one
that.
else that I can think of off the top of my head that I am more proud to say that you're my brother.
Yeah. And I will say, because you also asked, what is my ultimate goal? Not like that's my ultimate goal for my career, I guess. But when it comes to my community, there's one thing when it comes to my community, especially my ultimate goal for my community: keep the toxicity out. I call my place, my community
Same.
is called the
Same.
Active Legends Hub. The reason I call it the Active Legends. Legend is a word that means to be looked up to. You look up to that person. I want people to join the community and be surrounded by people you can look up to. Whether that's me or that's just somebody in the community who has nothing to do with a streaming career whatsoever. But I want you to look at anyone in that Discord, in our community, and just be like, everyone here is a legend in the making. Everyone here is someone I can look up to. Everyone here has something I can look up to.
You do have a lot of fucking legends in your community. You have some amazing people in your community. And I'm sorry that I don't talk a lot in the Discord. That's one of the things I am trying to work on. Reaching out more. By nature, I'm a bit of a reserved person, but I want that connection.
I will say I'm a greedy
friends
person.
You've got in your community.
And I'm very greedy with my community. I'm a greedy person, especially with my community, because what I want to do with my community, I know every content creator has their own Discord server, but I want my server to be a place where other content creators go to be active in, because they're like, this is a community I am a part of, and I love this place.
These are the vibes that I search for.
I want Quizzy to come. Right? I want Chronic to come. I'd want anyone to come there and just be like, I'm here because I enjoy this place. I want to be like almost like a utopia, a place that people come to and just be like, this is the best place.
That's the word I was looking for. That's what
it's honestly what I've been. It's honestly what I'm tempted to call my Discord is the Utopia, but the Active Legends Hub is the current name I have. But it is what I want to be.
I think Active Legends Hub fits better.
Yeah. And basically,
because a hub is, a center where the people can gather. This, your Discord is that hub, that center where these legends come together and they just vibe and mesh and they have the time of their life.
Yeah. And also, what really fits is calling it active.
The reason I call mine a flock.
Yeah.
The reason I call mine a flock is because, number one, obvious reason. Number two,
thanks, Vanessa.
A flock.
Oh, Doodle, how are you doing?
With a family.
I'll interview you, Doodle, if you want.
I view the people in my community as equals, where nobody is above anybody else. Everybody in the community is just as valuable in one way or another as the next person.
Yeah.
Every life has value. Every life has meaning. Every character has meaning and value.
Yeah.
And my community is a family to me. Because I personally, I'm making the choice not to have kids. Because one of me is scary enough. The world doesn't deserve a second FoiledNoMore, FoiledNoMore #2, Electric Boogaloo. I would not wish that pain upon anybody.
I'm kind of the same way. I only would want to be a father if I'm confident that I could raise somebody the way that they deserve to be. And with how dark the world has gone, I'm already scared of the world as is, and also it's so limiting to have a kid.
Let's not go there.
Yeah.
I will say this. I personally would not want to bring a kid into the world that we have now.
Yeah.
It's way different than the one I had growing up in 1995. And
oh my gosh.
It's just cruel.
Oh my god, Doodle.
So, if I can barely handle my own shit, how the hell can I handle a kid?
Yeah.
I scare myself. If I have a kid, I'm gonna be a wreck.
Mm.
But this is why I have this community. This is why I have all these beautiful people right here in chat. This is why I got you.
Yeah.
You guys are my flock. My flock is my family.
Mm-hmm.
We are a brother and sisterhood. There is no set leader. Yeah, I'm the one who kind of came up with the concept of it, but I'm not the one who really made the server. Craddy is.
Yep.
Federal is. Those two people, it's because of them that I even have a server full of these people that I can call my flock.
And it's also just the regular people in your server who are active in it, who are just making the community what it is, because they're keeping it alive.
Mm-hmm. And I was considering, earlier this month, I was considering wiping the Discord entirely. But I'm not going to. There are too many good memories there that I can't afford to have erased.
Yeah.
There's so many great things that have happened in the Discord. And just wiping it would be like losing a party.
Should I get VRC? I'm probably not going to interview you tonight, Doodle, but if you
to
want to get on, I'll be getting on and just having fun on VRC in a little while.
Flock is here to stay for good.
Yeah.
And to answer the question I asked you, my big aspiration, my big end goal for streaming right now, I don't give a damn about the money, but I'm gonna be brutally honest. It said in the notification that I sent out, this is a bare-all interview. I'm about to bare everything right here. I don't care about the numbers, whether it be the number of followers I have, whether it be the number on the check I get direct deposited into my account. I don't give a flying fuck about the numbers, because what good are the numbers if there's nothing to enjoy behind them? I could be perfectly happy if I only had 50 followers, but they were extremely active. Those are 50 reasons why I have to be happy. Those are 50 reasons I have to be proud. I have 1,100 plus. Now, not all of them are active, but that doesn't matter to me, because it's not about the numbers. It's about the people. It's about the characters.
Yeah.
It's about the ones.
For me personally, I want, what I'm gonna care about isn't so much, hey, I have like again, why I say I want positivity, not toxicity. It's easy to get a community that's just horrible, mean, rude, but I don't. I want to keep that out, and I want to only keep the good apples. Get the rotten apples out. Give me the good apples. Brother. I don't care how much money the bad apples throw at me. I don't care if you could guarantee that I could pay the bills tomorrow. I don't care. I want you to be a good person as well. I want you to be someone that I like to see in my community. And I'm not going to lie. I know you say you don't care about the money. I wish I could say the same, because I do care about that.
I didn't finish that thought.
Yeah.
I didn't finish that thought. When I say I don't care about the money, deep down, I do.
Yeah.
But it's not the most important thing.
Exactly.
If someone gives me a donation, if someone gives bits, I'm not going to say no.
Yep, I agree with that.
I won't say no. And I'll be the first to say it, because I haven't heard people saying this yet. But as a streamer, yes, we do like the money. But that's not the most important thing. There's a reason why I say think about yourself first before giving.
Exactly, yeah.
Because
make sure you can afford it.
You have to think about yourself first.
Yep.
If you decide out of the goodness of your heart to give a donation or to give bits, I won't say no. But if you're doing it and not thinking about yourself, then I can't, in good conscience.
I'd want to return the money. If I heard you gave me all your money and you don't.
If I find out that you are in financial straits, and you decide to donate to me, you bet your ass I'm gonna refund that donation.
Yep, exactly.
And I wish I could do the same with bits, but that's not how it works.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
sadly,
bits are not refundable.
Yep, that sucks.
But if I know you're in financial straits and you do give money, I will not hesitate to refund it. But if you are financially stable and you have enough to make it through,
and you see something in us to gift something,
I mean, I will accept it, but it's like, do I deserve it? Because there are other people who do deserve it more than me.
Well, yeah, okay.
Don't get me wrong.
There's a big thing.
I'm honored and flattered that you chose me. That's amazing. Thank you for that. But there are other people out there.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, you got to think of yourself.
Yep.
Don't empty your wallet if you can't afford to.
One of the things I will say is that when it comes to that, when it comes to getting the money and stuff, a big thing is I want to make this a career. Don't get me wrong. I want to make money off this. I want to do it not just because it allowed me to do this more and do it full time and to put out better content and improve, but above all else, I want to be worthy of that donation. I want to be worthy of that raid. I want to be worthy of that viewer, that person watching me. I want to be worthy of you. I want to be somebody that is worth the time and effort you've given me. The time, the money, the effort. I want to be worthy of it.
And that's... I couldn't word it any better myself, buddy. It's so true.
Very much so.
Man, we've been at this 2 hours. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Man, but I gotta say, first off, thank you for... It's truly an honor that you chose me to be your first interview, bringing the interview series back. For that, I can't thank you enough. I cannot begin to express how grateful I am for that.
I thought it'd be a good idea because you're a very social person.
I am that I met you. I cannot even begin to describe, how much it means to me to call you a brother.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking happy I met you, man.
I mean, the feeling's mutual.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait until we can let our magic unwind together on VRC.
Yeah.
Because I am coming back. I am coming back. I walked away. I deserted this place, but god damn it, this is home.
Yep.
And now I've found somebody that makes me feel truly like I have a place that I can call home. I finally found somebody in VRChat that makes it actually feel like I'm home.
Yep.
And that is you, buddy.
Well, I'm happy that I make you feel that way, because that's my ultimate goal, is to make everyone feel that way, that I am a place you can call home, a place you can feel welcome.
Because I do struggle with self-worth issues. I mean, yeah, I'm going to therapy for that, and I'm, taking steps, these, coping mechanisms and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be lingering in the back of my head. It's because of people like you, and people like my close friends, that I keep coming back. Because for the longest time, I just felt like I didn't belong. That's why I walked away. It felt like I didn't belong here.
Yep.
I've met you. I've met so many fucking amazing people that it's finally beginning to feel like home again.
Yep. It just took
And
time and
I want
effort.
to stay here.
Also,
I really do.
I will say, Amore said
it took
something funny.
reflection.
Amore said, imagine having foiled back. He said, imagine having foiled back. What a mess that's going to be.
Oh my god, yeah, all the bird shit everywhere. It'll be more than on cars, I can tell you that.
Oh my gosh. But the reason I picked you for the first interview is because not only are you a very charismatic, outgoing person, but also because I can relate to you in many ways, and you can relate to me in many ways. And I felt like it'd be a great way to bring back the interviews, because and also it'd be a great way to see if people like it when I interview people. I want to see not only does the chat enjoy it, which I still want to find that out. I still want to know if chat is enjoying the interview, but I also want to find out, not only is your chat enjoying the interview, I also want to find out, are you enjoying the interview? Are you having a good time with this conversation?
Oh, speaking of that, asshole, thanks for the follow.
Oh my gosh.
What's good, Amore? Good to have you back.
But yeah, that's kind of what I want to know is, do people enjoy these interviews? Do you enjoy it?
I can personally tell you, I needed this. I needed this more than you can comprehend. And if you ever need, another person to come up with some questions to ask for an interview, if you want to turn this into like a regular kind of podcast deal, I will be more than happy. I will be beyond ecstatic to help you with this, to turn this into a podcast.
Well, I'm soon gonna be turning. The thing is, I'm going to make this its own series, just one-on-one talks. But I do plan to actually have a podcast with a group of people where I pull in, like, where I have a set group of people, and then I pull in guests every so often. For instance, a guest who's already said he'd be willing to be a guest on the podcast if I ever start one is Matty Death. You know, he said he'd be down to be one of the first guests or a guest eventually.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
And I'd be down to have that. I want to make that a thing. And I'm gonna say I will say my last aspiration is for VRChat itself. And this one's a big one. Honestly, sad thing is, it's probably big. It's my biggest aspiration is probably bigger than making a Twitch career, and bigger than having a positive Discord server, is to become one of the most well-known people on VRChat. That is a very strong goal. It's not for the notoriety, but also for how I'm known. To be one of the most well-known, and for being known for a good, positive thing. For being known for a good reason.
Right reasons.
Exactly.
Hey, Trick or Freak, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the flock. How you doing?
Yeah. Alrighty.
By the way,
I'll be down in a bit.
I haven't been responding to chat, guys, but you guys are...
I've not been responding to chat as much either. Yeah.
I see, I have Jen and this eye, half chat in this eye, but full chat in my left eye. I see what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
It's just like, this conversation is just so fucking therapeutic.
Yeah, no, well, that's just is. The thing is, I want while I enjoy responding to chat, this is one of the few moments, this is one of the few streams where chat doesn't get the spotlight. It's like, there are two of them. There's, when I'm doing where I'm specifically having a sit down to talk to one person in particular, I'm giving them the spotlight, or I'm lost in the chaos. If I'm lost in the chaos, just having a good time. But any other time where there's a slow moment in the stream where nothing's being said, or that it's a stream that's supposed to be either a single player game, or where I'm trying to focus just more on chat, like a just chatting, or I'm playing like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Those are the streams I want you to talk to me. Come talk to me, because I crave the conversation. I'm someone who I realize I may be antisocial, but I love to socialize.
Yeah, see, the way I put it is a shy extrovert, an introverted extrovert. Because I kind of fall into that category myself. I love talking to people, but I'm scared to talk to new people. Like, I'm scared to be the one to first reach out.
Yep,
but
exactly.
I need to work on that.
Exactly.
I need to work on that.
Exactly.
Now, if you'll excuse me one second, Electric Lane, thank you for the 100 biddies. What's your favorite seed flavor? Everybody who knows parrots knows we are suckers for millet. Although, personally, I like the yogurt papaya seeds, but...
You want to know, honestly, I love
yogurt-covered papaya seeds. Yogurt-covered papaya seeds were, my little dude Emerald. Those were his favorite treats. And one day, out of curiosity, I tried one. Holy shit, those things are tasty. No wonder birds love them.
Well, one of the the seeds that are mostly what humans digest, though, I gotta say, it's a tie for me between
for the tier 1, 3 months
between pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. I think pumpkin seeds are my favorite, though. Roasted pumpkin seeds are so good.
Hang on, this is a first for me. J-Hammer just subbed at tier 1 for 3 months in advance. What?
Wait, hold on. You can do that?
What? You can do that? Thank you so much, first off. You are crazy, dude.
I didn't even know that's a thing.
Crazy. Thank you so much.
As I will say, as Waba sitting in my chat, I got, personally, a lot of people, even Waba, wonders how he gets along with people. In my opinion, I think it's just because he is a tolerable amount of chaos. He knows where to draw his limits.
He's controlled chaos.
He is. And he's hilarious with what he does.
One thing, now that I do know Waba's here, bro, I'm in level with you. I love you, dude. You are hilarious. You are genuinely one of those people I love to hang around with. I love playing War Thunder with you because you are so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And I want to hang out with you more. I know, Jen was saying you have trouble, talking to people and some. I get that, but if you ever want to talk, if you ever want to talk more than War Thunder, if you ever, if you just want to have a one-on-one with me, bro, my DMs are open, man.
What was funny is his channel colors like accidentally mean exactly what we just said. Controlled chaos. That's the green and purple literally means controlled chaos. Oh my gosh.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And apparently, Jhammer says it goes for up to 6 months.
Wow, that's
Damn.
nuts.
That is crazy.
But I do think this is a good place to end our interview. I think we've been going for long enough.
Absolutely. Now, one of my favorite things to do when I pull a decent number like this is I like to send the raid to someone who only has like one, someone who isn't affiliated, someone who's trying to, break ground.
Yeah.
Get them that little boost they need to get going. And I think if this person is still streaming, then they're going to be my target.
Alrighty. I'm probably going to keep streaming myself because I'm going to probably go chill on VRC with some people.
But here's the thing, okay? And ladies and gentlemen of chats, both Jen's and mine, I'm going to let you know now. The reason I'm cutting my stream is because Fridays and Saturdays are my drinking party nights. And I made a rule for myself, never to drink and stream. Again. I did that before.
More. Let's see.
And it's not the best me.
Just give it time, exactly.
It's not the best me. But if you want to hang out with me off stream or whatnot and see me when I'm hammered, I'm gonna tell you right now. I've been told many, many, many times I'm a fun, happy drunk. Jen's seen me pretty blasted before.
Yep, I've seen you. Yep.
But I just want to have a good time, keep the good vibes rolling.
But yeah.
Speaking of keeping the good vibes rolling, how about we send a raid?
Well, I will say, before you even raid, anyone in my chat, please,
before I raid at least,
please go check. Before foiled raids, anyone in my chat, if you haven't already, be sure to go follow him. Twitch.tv/FoiledNoMore. That's FoiledNoMore. That's FoiledNoMore. And go follow him on Twitch because he's a good guy, great guy for the interview. Be sure to go show him some love and support. Also, Moore says he's a stupid drunk.
Jen.
No problem.
I have seen him more drunk, and he is kind of... He's kind of...
Yeah.
But I still love him.
But yeah.
You may put on that hard edge persona of, hey, fuck you! But I know deep down inside he's a teddy bear. He doesn't want to admit it, though.
Welcome to my brain, bitch, she says. Oh, man. But yeah, I got a lot of people now trying to request off me in VRC, so I'm going to probably go BRB. I'm going to go get something to eat, and then I'm going to go have some fun on VRC. But it was nice for the interview, and I will... What were you going to say?
Yep, there it is. I found the person.
Nice.
She's got one right now.
Alrighty. Well...
Oh, man.
I'm going to put my screen...
Thank you, Jen. Thank you for letting me be your first guest. It is an honor.
And thank you for joining me. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm grateful for you taking time out of your day to join me for this.
I mean, hey, it's normally by this time I start drinking, but hey, I'll stay sober for a great conversation any day of the week.
Yep.
Because conversation way more rewarding than being drunk.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely is. Good conversations one of the most rewarding things out there.
So long as you're having a good time, and this brings me more joy than anything in the world.
Oh yeah.
Getting to talk to someone I really care about.
Yeah.
And just having this barrel, get everything off your chest. This was awesome.
I don't let people in during interviews when it's a one-on-one, but I will let you in, Doodle, once I'm done with the interview. And done eating. I'm going to go eat, but I do want to see you. Don't get that wrong. I want to see you. I love hanging out with you, Doodle. I want to do it more.
Hang on, I got to
move a bit. But yeah. I'm gonna go to BRB. I'm gonna mute my stream and all that, but thank you guys so much for watching. Again, go show Foiled some love and support on his side. And I'm gonna go ahead and go BRB.